You're back with another one. Top 10 devil fruits in One Piece by the Amagi. Go ahead and like, subscribe. Hopefully my headphones don't die on me while I'm recording this time. I got a couple entries in, but I wasn't really saying nothing.
He set sail for the Grand Line, pursuing his dream to become Pirate King. The world of One Piece hasn't stopped growing. Exotic lands, awe-inspiring creatures, and the most wonderfully diverse and unique cast of characters help shape the series into what it is today. But perhaps the most interesting aspect of the world of One Piece are devil fruits, mysterious fruits that grant the eater a unique ability, at the detrimental cost of the ability to swim. While not being able to swim seems like a death wish in the series about pirates, there's been no shortage of powerful seafaring adventurers that have made the trade. Welcome to the Amagi. In today's video, we're going over the 10 best.
Right into number 10.
In number 10, we have the Chop Chop fruit, Bara Bara no Mi. While Buggy the Clown was one of the earliest enemies to stand against Luffy, we shouldn't be fooled by his use as comic relief. In fact, Buggy's fruit gives him incredible defensive capabilities against some of the most dangerous characters in One Piece. Swordsmen are a dime a dozen and usually nothing to sneeze at, but this fruit's ability allows its user to separate sections of their body and make them impervious to cutting and piercing moves. Buggy was even able to recover after being thrown at Hawkeye Mihawk and getting sliced to literal ribbons. While the abilities of this fruit really shine from a defensive perspective, it's no slouch in terms of its offensive capabilities too. Buggy has demonstrated this to some degree, launching his fists for simple punches, but also brandishing weapons as well. If by some miracle Buggy managed to awaken his devil fruit and unlock its full potential, this ability would be dangerous.
Keep it in the comic relief.
In number 9, we have the Clear Clear fruit, Suke Suke no Mi. Another fruit that may at first seem unimpressive, the abilities that the Clear Clear fruit bestows can be put to clever and potentially deadly use. As the name suggests, the user of the Clear Clear fruit is able to effectively turn invisible. It's perfect for things like stealth, espionage, and flat-out assassination. It's incredibly deadly in the hands of its current user, Shiryu of the Rain, as he's adapted quickly to being in possession of this new power. It's worth noting that the previous holder of this fruit, Gecko Moria's subordinate Absalom, also demonstrated creative use of this ability. The user can make anything they touch become invisible too. In Absalom's case, he strapped cannons to his arm in order to create the illusion of being able to fire some kind of energy blast. Unfortunately for him, Sanji was able to see through the trick almost immediately. It seems that nowadays the ability is put to better use on Shiryu's sword instead. Number 8, the Plume Plume fruit, Moku Moku no Mi. While it may be tempting to fill this list with Logia-type devil fruits simply because of all the advantages they offer, we're taking care to highlight only the best of this devil fruit subtype. That said, we have to give the number 8 spot to the ability of everyone's favorite Marine, Vice Admiral Smoker. No stranger to getting wrapped up in the antics of the Straw Hat crew, we've seen Smoker's ability utilized in some really impressive ways. Jumping right into it, the Logia types come with a lot of benefits, and Smoker's no exception. Like his name suggests, his body is able to take on the properties of smoke, and he's able to produce and manipulate it as well.
Now, I said this the first time I recorded this, I'm saying it now. Logia's, after Haki was introduced, kind of lost its luster, which makes sense because, my goodness, they were broken. But, Smoker especially just keeps getting messed up by these Haki users. He's gotten better, but then he also went completely down trying to fight Doflamingo. Granted, he was weakened, but I don't think that's gonna change. That's gonna change shit. He was supposed to be the Straw Hat's Garp. No, not anymore. he's been outclassed. I'm sorry, Smoker. You better hit the gym. Go ahead, get another time skip in you. Do some serious training while they at Wano. Just come out being able to defeat 3 Yonko. that's the only hope you got.
This means that things like standard bullets and swords just pass right through him. Smoker's mastery of this fruit allows him to even manipulate the density of his smoke, letting him trap opponents. Defensively, this ability speaks for itself. Offensively, this fruit allows its user to attack from unprecedented angles and ranges. And with the density manipulation of the smoke, it can serve as a very powerful blunt force weapon. In the One Piece world, this ability could allow any user to cover a battlefield or the deck of a ship and wreak havoc on an enemy crew. Number 7, the Revive fruit, Hito Hito no Mi. While this fruit isn't exactly great from a combat or utility perspective, it offers a unique ability that no other fruit does, a second life. This ability would be invaluable to anyone sailing the dangerous waters of the Grand Line. With so many threats that anyone could encounter on the Grand Line, a second shot would mean that their adventure would still continue despite a catastrophic event. This was the case with the fruit's current user, Brook. whose original crew fell when they were attacked by a crew using weapons tainted
All
with poison.
fire,
Now Brook is
lightning.
back as a
Only two
beloved
devil
member
fruit
of the
I like.
Straw Hat crew, and continuing his journey all thanks to this devil fruit's impressive ability. The Revive fruit
light,
really goes to show that there's
fire,
more to surviving
light,
in the One Piece
and lightning.
world than
Actually,
just being a
so 3.
strong fighter. Number 6. Bird fruit, Model
Okay, I
Phoenix.
want this,
Tori
but, like,
Tori
it's
no
not
Mi,
top of the list.
Moderu Phoenix. Sorry. Zoan-type fruits don't seem to get as much love as their Logia and Paramecia counterparts, mainly because of how straightforward they tend to be. Normally, they afford their user the ability to transform fully into the corresponding animal, as well as a human-animal hybrid variation. After all,
That
who
looks
could
so
forget CP9,
helpful.
the elite unit of world government assassins, several of whom were Zone-type Devil Fruit ability users. Zone types aren't to be taken lightly though. A whole subcategory of mythical fruits exist, giving the pirate fortunate enough to get their hands on one immense power, otherwise unknown to the One Piece world, and the ability of Phoenix Marco, former First Division of the legendary Whitebeard Pirates. On top of the standard physical enhancements, this fruit allows its users to take the form of a blue flame phoenix. The flames in particular are what make this devil fruit stand out. Instead of being destructive, the
Straw
blue
Hats were
flames
hella
actually have
lucky
healing
that,
properties that allow this
Kaku or
user to
Kaliko
recover
didn't
from
get a-
virtually
a,
any attack. Perhaps the
Logia
best
type.
example of this is how
'Cause they
Marco
couldn't
was
handle
able to
that at that
recover from
point.
Admiral Akainu's
That's game
Magma
over if
Punch,
they got a Logia.
which was powerful enough to take the life of Ace, a powerful Logia user. Marco's
Going out.
also able to spread the flames and offer
Home.
similar regenerative
Home Ace.
abilities to his allies, which makes this ability even more valuable. Being able to provide offensive support as well as recovery would be great for any journey across the Grand Line. Number 5, the Dark Fruit, Yami Yami no Mi. Out of
We
all the
haven't even seen
Logia-type
everything
devil
you can
fruits
do.
that exist in the
Seen a
One
little
Piece
bit of
world,
it, and I
the
still
Dark
agree with
fruit
this.
certainly stands out. This fruit doesn't offer the same impervious abilities that other Logias get to enjoy, so why does it make it onto the list of the best devil fruits? The answer is because of what the Dark fruit can do, and it's scary. Anyone with this power can produce and manipulate darkness, a substance that acts similar to a black hole. The current holder of this power, Blackbeard, has demonstrated the ability to pull people and things into the darkness he produces and toss them out at a later time after subjecting the target to an unknown type of damage. But that's not even the most frightening part of
Blackbeard
this
one of the
ability.
few
What makes
people
it truly
to
terrifying
guarantee
and
kill
similarly
somebody.
truly desirable is its ability
It's
to
been
neutralize the
confirmed.
abilities granted by other devil fruits. Going up against someone with a devil fruit ability can be terrifying in its own right, but being able to make that ability unusable can seriously turn the tide of a fight and give the user of the Dark fruit a massive advantage. With an advantage like this, it'd be hard to not want this kind of ability. Alright, in number 4 we have the Ope Ope no
Okay,
Mi.
yeah, broken.
If the full extent of the Op fruit's capabilities were more widely known, this
I don't
fruit's
even want
ability
this.
would have a
It's
lot of
just so
very
broken,
ambitious
like,
people
this-
after it. This is understandably surprising considering
not a
that at
doctor.
first
I'd
the
be
ability
so
seemed
useless
almost
in this.
comical. Here's how it works. The user is able to designate a certain area around themselves as their operating room, and within this room they're able to control and manipulate anything. The
Velocity
holder of this
times skip
ability,
that, like,
Trafalgar
such-
Law,
such a
utilized it
badass.
first on Sabati
He's such a
Archipelago
badass.
by swapping out Navy soldiers' body parts for random objects, barrels, cannonballs, and the like. It was amusing at first, sure, but on Punk Hazard, Law really demonstrated expert use of the skill, trading comedic effect for combat precision by doing things like trading bullets for snowflakes. He was also able to show off the upper limits of the
Sure, he
ability,
really was
proving
just
that
fucking
as long
around.
as it's in his room, he could even manipulate a Navy warship with ease. Of course, there's so much more to this fruit than just that. Law was able to best Smoker, a powerful Marine and Devil Fruit user in his own right, by carving out his heart, not unlike Davy Jones in Pirates of the Caribbean. While still able to live, the fact that Law held Smoker's literal heart in his hands meant that he could easily kill Smoker if he wanted to. But the fruit isn't all cutting out hearts and tossing Navy warships. This fruit is also able to cure diseases said to be incurable and circumvent physical disabilities, which far enhance Law's skill as a doctor. At its full potential, however, this fruit is said to give its user the ability to perform an operation that would grant someone eternal youth, at the cost of their own life in exchange. The Op fruit is truly a multifaceted devil fruit, and all that can be done with it is truly impossible to ignore. Number 3, the Glint fruit, Pika Pika no Mi. If
Okay,
being able to
Kizuru's,
control, create, and manipulate light doesn't seem incredibly powerful enough,
In that order, I
imagine
went.
being able to move and
It'd be-
attack with such speed and
it'd be
intensity that your
lightning,
opponents
fire,
can't even
light.
perceive it. That's what Admiral Kizaru's ability offers, and it makes
long
the
as I run
Glint
into
fruit a
someone who made
standout
it.
among Logia types. While it is once again
fact, I
important to
might even think
clarify
this-
that the
it might be
benefits of
lightning
Devil
one.
Fruit abilities aren't strictly for combat reasons, it's hard to deny the multitude of ways this particular fruit can work in a person's favor
Like, you can
during a
just do
combat
that.
situation. And Kizaru's demonstration of this ability's versatility makes it hard to ignore. At close ranges, the Glint fruit's user's punches and kicks and other physical strikes move at light speed, even appearing to pass through opponents before they even realize they've been struck. Kizaru has also been seen creating blades of light with
Where's
which to
he
combat
been?
swordsmen, like during his fight with Silver's Rayleigh at Sabati Archipelago. As if this wasn't
I've seen
enough,
him in the
Kizaru
manga
is able to fire
forever.
projectile beams with devastating effects. Such power is clearly covetable, and especially so when its holder wields the power so expertly. Number 2 is the Tremor fruit, Gura Gura no
Oh
Mi.
yeah, I completely forgot.
Even
about
on the
this.
high seas among pirates
I
from all
completely
over the
forgot
world,
about this.
a devil
So
fruit that would
definitely
give
take
its
the
user the
revive
ability to
fruit
reap
out
pure,
for
unbridled, and
either the
unparalleled
lightning or
destruction
the fire
still
fruit
has an
for,
endless amount of appeal.
Enemies
Enter
fruit
the
or
Tremor
Ace's
fruit.
fruit.
Formerly in the hands of the pirate captain known as the strongest man in the world, and now in the hands of a pirate
Sabo.
captain that could easily be considered the most dangerous, the Tremor fruit truly lives up to its name. Capable of toppling entire land masses, causing massive tsunamis when used on the ocean, Whitebeard and Blackbeard both made phenomenal destructive use of this ability. It's easy to see
guess
how
to
this
live in
fruit
two
ranks
lives,
so
but,
high.
like, when you
It
got
gives
those
its
kind of
wielders
fruits,
the
you don't need to live a
capability of
second
ending
life, 'cause
any
you're not gonna
engagement
die
before it
anytime
even
soon.
begins. As a pirate, the ability to destroy your enemies before they even get into combat range would be perfect in a race to become king of the pirates. And in the number 1 slot, we have the Ice fruit, Hie Hie no Mi.
Okay,
If
I'm
a seafaring
confused.
adventurer came across a fruit that granted them an incredible power at the cost of them being able to swim, it could be argued that the fruit that
Okay,
can
yeah, that
manage the
makes sense.
greatest danger, in this case the
You're
sea,
not gonna be able to
would
fall-
be the
you're not
most
gonna be able to,
valuable.
you know, you just
That's
freeze
why,
the ocean.
interestingly
Freeze
enough,
wherever you're
the
gonna
number
land
1
in.
spot on
You'll be
this list
good.
of the top 10 best devil fruit abilities goes to the Ice fruit. Yes, it's another Logia type, and yes, it's absurdly powerful just by nature of being a Logia, but we'll go through the specifics anyway. This
Okay,
ability
that does
allows
make
its
sense. He
user
did
to
make a
create,
sword made of
control,
grass
and
and
become
ice.
ice. And while that may not seem like a particularly noteworthy ability, the user of this fruit's ability is able to protect themselves against the most glaring weakness of any devil fruit user, the inability to swim. In the series, the holder of this ability, Kuzan, has been shown on several occasions to freeze the sea so thoroughly that he's able to comfortably bike across it without worry of being affected. An ability that naturally defies its primary weakness is hard to ignore, and what the ability may lack in flashy moves or vibrant displays, it more than makes up for in practicality, especially in a world of pirates. So, do you agree with our list? Did you enjoy our video? Be sure to check out
I agreed with everything but the revive fruit. That was a shock to see that on there. I gotta see what the comments are thinking. Oh, here we go. Chopper's fruit. Human fruit. Revive fruit is the yummy. Oh, okay. I don't even know the Japanese name for the fruits. I wouldn't even know. Y'all, I'm gonna be in these comments for a minute because I really want to know what everyone thinks about the 2 fruits that were left off. I feel like over Smoker's fruit, I definitely would have put Enru's fruit or Ace's fruit. Same with Brooks fruit. Even the clear fruit. Honestly, I would, some of those some of them Logi is still stupidly powerful. Let me know what your favorite devil fruit is in the comments. I want to know. And I'm out. Peace.